Epic battles that shaped the world. Throughout the course of human civilization, certain battles have transcended mere military engagements to become pivotal moments that defined the fate of nations, influenced culture, and shaped the trajectory of societies for centuries. From the rugged landscapes of Europe to the vast steppes of Asia, from coastal waters to desert plains, these epic confrontations reveal not only the evolution of warfare, but also the profound human stories intertwined with them. The Battle of Hastings in 1066 stands as one of the most transformative military events in English history. When William, Duke of Normandy, faced King Harold II, it was not merely a contest of armies, but a clash that would reshape governance, language, and culture in England for generations. The Norman victory brought feudalism to England, altered land ownership patterns, and introduced a new aristocratic class, setting a foundation that would affect social hierarchies and political structures for centuries. Similarly, the Battle of Tours in 732, where Charles Martel confronted advancing Umayyad forces, is widely considered a decisive turning point that curbed the northward expansion of Islamic influence into Western Europe. While historians debate the long-term religious implications, there is broad consensus that this battle preserved the political and cultural continuity of the Frankish territories, shaping the future of European Christendom. Moving eastward, the campaigns of Genghis Khan during the early 13th century showcase a different scale and approach to warfare. The Mongol armies, renowned for their mobility, tactical innovation, and psychological warfare, conquered vast regions from China to Eastern Europe, connecting disparate regions through trade and communication. These conquests, while devastating in their immediate human toll, facilitated unprecedented cultural exchange and laid the groundwork for future Eurasian networks that would endure long after the Mongol Empire fragmented. Similarly, naval engagements, such as the Battle of Lepanto in 1571, demonstrate the strategic importance of maritime supremacy. The combined fleets of the Holy League halted Ottoman naval dominance in the Mediterranean, securing trade routes and reinforcing the balance of power across southern Europe. The outcome of this battle had economic, religious, and political ramifications that resonated far beyond the immediate conflict. In the Indian subcontinent, the Battle of Panipat in 1526 marked a critical juncture, signaling the rise of the Mughal Empire. Babur's use of artillery and disciplined formations against larger armies illustrated the importance of technological adaptation and tactical ingenuity, fundamentally transforming the military strategies employed in the region for centuries. Another notable engagement, the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600, effectively unified Japan under Tokugawa Ieyasu, ending decades of fractious warfare and establishing a centralized government that brought over 250 years of relative peace. The social, political, and economic impact of this single battle demonstrates how decisive military action can catalyze stability and long-term nation building. Beyond these examples, the 30 Years' War, spanning from 1618 to 1648, exemplifies the complexity of warfare as a driver of broader societal change. Though not a single battle, this protracted series of conflicts combined religious strife, territorial ambitions, and economic pressures, reshaping the map of Europe and influencing diplomacy and governance for generations. The human dimension of these epic battles is equally compelling. Soldiers' courage, commanders' strategic brilliance, and civilians' resilience all played critical roles in outcomes and legacies. Accounts from the battlefield often highlight the interplay of morale, resourcefulness, and leadership, revealing that outcomes were rarely determined by numbers alone. For instance, the Mongol conquests relied not only on tactical prowess, but also on sophisticated intelligence networks, supply chains, and psychological strategies, demonstrating that successful campaigns required holistic planning as much as battlefield valor. Similarly, medieval European battles illustrate how terrain, fortifications, and logistical support could decisively influence outcomes, underscoring that warfare was as much about preparation and strategy as it was about combat. Interestingly, many of these battles are remembered as defining moments because they catalyzed cultural, technological, or political shifts. The Norman conquest introduced new administrative systems, legal practices, and architectural styles in England, while the Mongol expansion accelerated exchanges in art, science, and trade across Eurasia. The Battle of Lepanto reinforced religious narratives and political alliances, shaping European maritime dominance for decades. In India, the Mughal rise brought not only political consolidation, but also advancements in architecture, arts, and literature, leaving enduring cultural legacies. Experts studying these conflicts emphasize that understanding epic battles requires a multifaceted approach, considering military tactics, technological innovation, economic resources, intelligence, geography, social hierarchies, and even psychological factors. Warfare, particularly on this grand scale, was rarely a simple contest of armies, but a reflection of societal priorities, technological capabilities, and human ingenuity. Moreover, the symbolism of such battles has persisted in collective memory, influencing national identities, literature, and popular culture. Stories of valor, strategy, and resilience continue to inspire historical interest, shaping how future generations perceive leadership, courage, and consequence. While some scholars debate the exact outcomes or significance of individual engagements, a consistent theme emerges. Battles of extraordinary scale and impact have the capacity to redirect history, redefine societies, and leave legacies that endure far beyond the battlefield. The interplay between strategy, chance, and human action makes each encounter unique, providing timeless lessons about decision-making, innovation, and the consequences of conflict. In exploring these epic battles, one also observes the often overlooked human cost, the devastation, displacement, and loss endured by civilians, which reminds us that the legacy of war extends beyond military history into the social and cultural fabric of affected regions. Modern historians increasingly integrate archaeological evidence, contemporary accounts, and cross-cultural studies to construct nuanced understandings of these conflicts, revealing patterns of leadership, technological adoption, and societal resilience. Such insights help contextualize why certain battles succeeded or failed, highlighting that victory was often determined as much by preparation, intelligence, and adaptability as by sheer force. Similarly, examining these engagements from multiple perspectives allows us to appreciate the interconnectedness of regional conflicts with global developments, such as trade networks, cultural exchange, and political alliances. In reflecting on epic battles, we gain not only knowledge of past conflicts, but also an appreciation of human ingenuity, courage, and the complex forces that shape history. These stories remind us that the consequences of warfare are enduring, influencing the development of nations, the distribution of power, and the evolution of culture across centuries. And ultimately, studying these monumental events provides context for understanding modern conflicts, leadership challenges, and the enduring impact of human ambition, strategy, and resilience. And that's something worth remembering when you next consider how the battles of the past continue to shape the world we live in today.